Hi, and welcome back to another project. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful bracelet. Now, this is just an example. This is going to be ripped down because I went too dark on the colors in the middle here. I wanted that to be bright and bold, and it got lost in the colorway because you can't see all the beautiful lace work that's inside of here. But I left it just to show you as an example what it's going to look like and the movement that this bracelet has. And when you wear it, how comfortable and absolutely stunning it is on. A friend of mine asked if I would work with some cube beads. That was where the inspiration came from. This is a form of the flat spiral stitch. It's just I added a few different modifications to it. So I will be working in stages because there's a lot to cover and most of it's very tedious and very simple. So let's move on to our materials. We're going to need some 4mm rounds, some 4mm cubes, some 11s and 8 seed beads, both Toho, and then some 2-hole lentil beads. Obviously, you're going to need more than this. My bracelet is 6 3/4. And I used 45. And then a clasp of your choice. This is just a junk button just to show you how to attach it. And then you'll need 2 4mm fire polish beads. I am working with 8-pound fire line today. We are going to be using a lot of thread. It is the easiest way to do this. I do not like to piece in pieces of thread in a project that is delicate like this. And absolutely just love the way it came out. I'm very, very happy with this. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to go ahead and get started. So on your 2.5 yards of thread, we're going to, at the very bottom, attach a stop bead. And I'm just going to use a bead. And I'm going to run through it with the tail end. And then I'm going to go right back through it. Just like this. Just to get it to be like a little anchor for us, but to still have it move around a little. And leave that long tail to add your loop later on. All right, then you're gonna pick up an alternating pattern of an 8 and a cube. And you're gonna do that until you have reached the desired length that you need, keeping in mind that you will need 1.5 inches on each side for your clasp. So I'm just alternating a cube and an 8 all the way down. I'm going to pretend I'm to length, and I already have 2 there and I don't want that. So I have to pay attention a minute. Okay. So you always want to start and end with an 8. So an 8 on each end. And now I'm ready to add the button. I'm just going to pick up a 4mm fire polish, 4 size 11s, the shank of my button, 4 more 11s, and then I'm going to drop it down to the work. Just like this. We're going to skip all of this, all of these seed beads in the button, and just run right back through the fire polish, the 8, the cube, and 1 more size 8 and pull. And don't worry about reinforcing or anything like that. I'm going to move that out of the way because I am going to be working like this. So just gently pull down, just like that. And like I said, this is just a mock version because it is very tedious to watch this part, and I had the video before up to 45 minutes and I hadn't even begun decorating yet, so that's why I had to definitely go off camera and do this part. Very simple. And I'm going to go down on Zoom for you guys, and we're ready. So we're going to pick up 2 11s, a lentil, 2 11s, just like that. I'm going to actually pick up the work to show you. It's just a lot easier for me to hold it. So we're coming out of this 8. We're going to bring it around and go right back through the 8 and the cube and the 8. And pull and makes a loop like this. We'll do that one more time. So 2 11s, a lentil, 2 11s. Again, come back around and go right back through that 8, cube 8. Now we're going to run through the next cube and one more 8, and that's just going to set us up for the next group. And pull. And make sure when you pull, you have a group on either side of that cube, just like this. And you can use your thumb, press it down, and pull really hard. And we'll continue that. So it's 2 11s, lentil, 2 11s. Now I'm coming out of this 8. I'm going to come back around, go through this 8. I do not want to slip, and I pulled way too tight. So this 8, cube and the 8, and it'll lay right on top of there beautifully. We'll do that one more time and see how that got loose. Just pull. Don't let it get loose on you. So 2 11s, lentil, and 2 11s. One more time, back around through the 8, cube 8, and the next cube and the next size 8. And that'll always set us up for our next group. And pull down and press with your thumb. And that's what you should have. That's what it should look like. I'll show you a couple more times. So 2, one of these beautiful lentil beads, 2 more. And then come around, go back through this 8, cube 8. Repeat that step one more time. 2, lentil, 2. One more time. Go back around and through. This time we're going to go all the way up to the next cube and the next 8. If I can even see what I'm doing. Okay. And that is all you will do all the way down, keeping your tension really nice. And if you think it is starting to loosen up on you in here, just pull down on your stop bead and it'll keep the gaps away. But so you should have something that looks just like this, and it'll be a little uneven. Just don't worry, keep going with that. And now I'm going to move on to one that I have in progress, because watching me do that is not the funnest thing, but I have to salvage a couple of these lentil beads. So let me just pop those off really quick. And I need that fire polish too. All right. So let's move on to one that I have. And I have to say the colors are stunning. All right, let me grab all my thread here. I still have quite a bit of thread left. And here it is. So here's the beginning. And here we go all the way down with what I just showed you. And I did leave space so I could show you a few more. Also, how to remove the stop bead. And I'm going to move this out of the way so there's not so much on the board in our way. Have room to show you. Yeah, I'll have room to show you, time to show you how to remove the stop bead and everything else. So we'll just keep going with the same pattern that we were just doing. I'm going to continue now with 2, my lentil, 2. Go back and see how it's a little loose. I'm going to just crank down a little bit. Go back through that 8, cube and 8. One more time. And these are old cube beads. Now I want to go order new ones because a friend of mine showed me some pretty amazing colors that are out there. So I love this design so much that I am going to order some more beads and make a bunch of these because I think they're just beautiful. And I'm all about comfort. I love a comfortable bracelet, especially in the summertime when it gets sticky, and I just love a lightweight, beautiful, simple bracelet, but very comfortable. All right, so we'll just continue this, and I have a couple more rows. So every time you add that second one, just remember, just take your thumb and smush it down, make sure your tension is good, and do your repeat. And then come around and go through that 8. It's so funny, off camera I can whip through this, but when I'm on camera, I always make it look a lot harder than it is, but it's not. It's very, very easy, and it goes very quick. I love this stitch. It's so beautiful, and you can do so many different things with it. So here we go back through the 8 cube onto the next 8 and cube and 8. So you want to always step out to set up for your next step. I just want to make sure that landed in the right area and did not get twisted, because I'm not paying attention here. Let me see. And it did. Okay, hold down. All right, couple more stitches. So 2 lentil and 2. Back through that 8. Keeps tucking down in there. I did not have that problem before. One more time. And then up, and here's our last group. Then we can remove our stop bead. Just like this. So finish the last round. Obviously we don't have to go through anymore. This is it. 2, our lentil, and 2 through that 8. Our last cube and the 8. And pull one more time. Okay. So now we're poking out right here. I'm going to make sure that stays over there. So I'm going to keep my thumb there and pull. Just simply remove your stop bead, pop it right off. It slides right off. Give it a good pull, and that's what you should have. See how loose everything is? Don't worry, we're going to go right through there and tighten all that up right now. So attach a needle to where you just had your stop bead, your tail. We're going to go ahead and add the loop. I will not be decorating it like I did here. I did a tutorial on how to decorate the clasp, so if you want to, go for it, but I won't be doing that in today's video. I'm just going to be doing a regular loop, and I'm doing things a little differently. So I'm going to pick up a 4mm fire polish, a size 8, a lentil, a size 8, and then enough beads to encircle my button. And I already did a pre-count, so I know how many I need. Okay, and I'm going to drop it down, and I'm going to pick up an 8 and just run down that second hole of that lentil bead and pull, and it's going to make a really pretty loop. And now I'm just going to run through the 8, the fire polish, and right into the work, straight down, right about here. So I went through these right here, and I stepped out that size 8, and I'm going to give it a good pull. And I am going to pick up this thread space and drop 2 knots in here. So there's 1, very carefully, and here's our 2nd, and just run down, and that's it. Burn that off. Okay, because we are going to reinforce this piece, so you don't have to go crazy with the knots. So here we are, back to the working thread. We are sticking out right now of a size 8 right there. So now we're going to weave up and around that whole loop. So up through the fire polish, the 8, the lentil, and then all the way around. So that's why I wasn't too concerned about adding in so many knots, because we are going to, you know, reinforce this whole piece going up and down. All right, so once we get all the way around, I'll show you where to step out. So we're going to weave down the 8, and it doesn't matter which side you pop out of. You can either start on this side or this side. So we're going to go through those 2 11s right here. We're going to pick up 2 11s and go into that whole 2nd hole of the lentil bead right there. And now we're ready. All we have to do is add our beautiful rounds in there. And that's it for there. I'm right-handed, so I have to have it here, otherwise I'll cover up all of the work on you guys. So that's as easy as it gets. We're going to pick up a round, go right into that empty hole, all the way down. And I love this color. All of these Druk beads that I've got are brand new finishes and colors. And I'm actually going to put a link as to where I got these beads, because they're just stunning to work with. Absolutely beautiful. So that's it. This is all we're doing now, is stabilizing and tightening up everything. Excuse me, and reinforcing, which is very, very important. And I'll talk about that in a couple minutes too. Let's just lay all these 4mm rounds in here. I'm very, very excited because I love this colorway. It is just fun and bright and beautiful. Plays off of the cubes really well, so love it. Actually, the same place I got these Druk beads, I got the lentil beads too. Very, very cool website. It was only the 2nd time I shopped there. But beautiful, beautiful stuff. So, all right, so we'll keep going all the way down. And I picked this color because I thought it would tie in really nicely with the button, but also pull, because this red has like a goldish hue in the middle, and that's why I went with this color. So here we are at the top. So we're going to go through that lentil. We're going to pick up 2 11s, go through these 2 right here, and then right up into the fire polish and all the way around the clasp. And I'm going to turn the whole piece because we're getting ready to go down the other side. Back around and through. And down the fire polish. We're going to step out these 2 11s. Pick up 2 11s. Go through that lentil. We're just going to repeat exactly what we did over there, right over here. And we'll pop in our beautiful rounds all the way down. And I have to apologize. My voice keeps going in and out. I'm on some pretty heavy duty medications as well. So I think that's what's giving me sore throat, and my voice keeps getting hoarse, and it's definitely not fun. And the humidity does not help at all. So, but I am trying, and I am having a ball beating. That is the best distraction in the whole world. When I bead, I seem to just forget about everything else, and that's probably why I've been doing it for such a very long time. I just am so in love with it. Very, very much. All right, so we're getting there, and then I'll just show you where to hide a couple knots, and then how I actually will reinforce. I won't do it on camera because it's just boring and tedious. Okay, so yeah, when you pop them in, you don't have to crank down hard, because like I said, you still want a lot of movement. That's what's fun about this bracelet, is it's very flexible and comfortable. So you don't want to go and pull real hard and make it very, very stiff. You want to just put them in and stay nice and relaxed. All right, here we are at the very end. So we're going to pick up our last round, our last 2 11s, go through these 2 right here, and then I am going to go up and around this entire loop. So through that lentil, all the way around again. And this is where I did the peyote, just because I think it looks pretty when you tie in all the colors. But for today, I'm going to leave it just a very simple loop. I'm going to turn again just so you can see. Go back down through all the beads. And then I'll show you where I'm going to hide my first knot. So go through this 8 in this fire polish. And right here is where we're going to go. And we're going to slip down the side here. These 11s. Go through these 4 11s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And through this lentil. And right here, I'm going to pick up this thread space and throw in 2 knots. Right in between that lentil and that round. I'm going to do that twice. And this is the part where I talked about I'm going to reinforce. So I want these edges a little bit more sturdier. I don't want them as wobbly as they are. So all I'm going to do, and I'll run down one side, is I'll run down one entire side since we have plenty of thread. Just going through a few at a time. And then right here, I'm going to pop another knot in. Pick up that thread space, and I'll just drop a couple knots in. And I'll do that all the way down, all the way until I reach the very end, and then I'll weave over and do it on the other side as well. And that way you don't have to worry about any snags or breakage. All right. This piece even feels heavy, and oh, it's just stunning. I'm super excited to see what colorways you guys come up with too. You have excellent colorways. All right, so that's all you would do. That's all I actually did do to stabilize everything, was just run down, throw a few knots in here and there. And I'm going to leave that attached so I can finish the other side. But look at how beautiful that is. See how much you can see now, all that detail in there, where it got lost in there. So I am going to rip this down, and I'm going to play with my favorite color, green. Still going to keep those beautiful matte gray cubes in there, but really bring it to life with some loud green. But this one, absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed today's project. Oh my God, I totally just got lost too. I got very distracted. I really hope you enjoyed today's project. I had a lot of fun making this, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. I'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.